So, hi everyone. Harley and I are sitting here, and she's eating Cheerios. I've already had dinner. We went out for some tapas, and I'm full. And I was thinking we're fresh back from our Cape Town trip, and I wanted to tell you all about it. So, I'm Zoe. This is Harley. We are, I am Born Geek, and she is the born of the Born Geek. I am the geek of the Born Geek. So I thought I'd just share a little bit about our Cape Town trip, and I just had it was like one of the best holidays of my adult life. I really had a blast, and I can see now why people say that Cape Town is a semigration. Like, you don't have to move overseas, you can just move to Cape Town, and it's like a completely different country to Joburg. So, yes, Cheerio, go for it. And what was really interesting for me this trip was Harley's much older than she was. Last time we went on holiday, we went to Knysna, which was also divine. But she was a lot younger, and so every time we wanted to do anything, we had to pull over, pop her on a boob, all of that. Whereas now, she can just snack. So it's actually really convenient, like going down to the Cape of Good Hope, and she got hungry, and we just pass her some knickknacks, although in this case it's not Cheerios, and she eats, and we can carry on sightseeing and doing all the things. So that was really awesome. Anyway, I'm going to be writing a full post about the Cape Town trip, complete with pictures and guides if you're planning a trip down there. You know, a bit of what we got up to and what I would recommend for other people, restaurants we went to, bars, I suppose, because we do go out. And so if you're interested in our Cape Town trip, please be sure to check out that post on borngeek.co.za. Meanwhile, so let me just tell you a little bit about it. So we flew down, we flew Mango, which was quite nice, and it was Harley's first ever flight, which I was really nervous about. Like, I was worried that the trip would be difficult, that she would... Yes, you want a pet? No. That she would just be really tricky and difficult and stuff. And actually, the flying itself was really easy. And then we rented a car, and we were just able to drive around, and I was shocked by how chilled Cape Town is compared to Joburg. Like, Joburg, you drive 120 come hell or high water on the highway. In Cape Town, it was like, ooh, the road is merging into the highway, and it's 80 kilometers, by the way, for anyone who's used to miles. So it was 80 k's an hour, and you're kind of like, that's like Bitcoin or Roy Nickel in Joburg. And so it was just really easy to get around, and we rented a car seat, so I didn't have to worry about shipping our fancy schmancy car seat down to Cape Town. And we all just had such a nice trip. Like, we got there, and we hung out on Eden on the Bay, and took the sort of iconic pictures of Table Mountain and the water and all of that, and then I ate sushi, and we figured out that Harley could have a bowl of sushi. Like, I didn't realize that was a thing. Like, I could have sushi, and she could have rice, and I didn't have to pull little pieces of rice off of my California roll. Like, I didn't realize that kids could just get a bowl of rice at a sushi restaurant. No Cheerios, but at least it's rice. And it just made Cape Town so much easier, like I said, to be able to give her food, to just give her real food, and she would eat. So we could go for sushi, we went wine tasting, we went out for burgers, and she had chips and stuff. And that was just our first day, wine and chocolate tasting. We ended up sending a case of wine back to Joburg because it was so nice. I think if we ever go to Napa Valley, it's going to be very dangerous as far as trips go. We went up Table Mountain, we went to VMA Waterfront, we went to Boulder Beach and saw penguins. So that was a lot of fun. And we also went down to the Cape of Good Hope. So hopefully I'll be sharing pictures of all of that on the blog. Harley, are you spitting into your thing of Cheerios? Is that your performance for new viewers to say hello? We also went down to the Cape of Good Hope. That's when Harley single-handedly polished off a bag of knickknacks. That's when I knew she was a big girl. Like, if you can eat a bag of knickknacks, you must be your mother's child. Yes? What I'm really surprised by is how much Harley has changed in the week that we were away. Like, you know how, I don't know, if you're a mom or a dad, you'll see that kids change a lot from day to day, from week to week. And that's normal, and you kind of get used to it, like, oh, they start crawling a little bit, and then they crawl some more, they start coasting, and they coast some more, walking or sitting or playing with toys or whatever. Harley has discovered the word no, and she uses it properly. It's not just no, 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 no for everything. She says no when she doesn't want something, and it's really, really intriguing. Yes, because it means I can hand her something or offer her something, and she actually will say if she wants it or not, and that's kind of life-changing. Like, obviously it'll be way better when she can actually communicate and say, give me that, please, and I'm hungry, or I need to go to the bathroom, or whatever else. But, like, it's just really nice when she reaches for something to be like, is this what you want? And she can say yes or no, instead of, giving me the scream of frustration because I just don't understand what she wants. And it's just so much easier with that. And again, the food, she also is very mobile now, and she still isn't walking 100%, which, was kind of worrying, but not really. Like, she'll take 2 or 3 steps on her own. The rest of the time she just wants to coast. She wants to hold on to something. If you give her a hand, she'll walk with you wherever. But otherwise, she's just not quite at the point where she'll get up and walk away, but she'll get up and crawl, walk, cruise away. So that's close enough. And like on the one night that we were out, they had like instance music going in the one bar area, and she kept cruising over there so that she could twerk. It was really quite distressing, and everyone was saying we'll have to watch out for her as she gets older. And I'm like, well, you have to watch out for her now. She's already older. She's already twerking, aren't you? Yeah, we were gone for 6 days, and it felt like we saw so much in Cape Town, and there's still so much more I want to see. We went to one wine farm in Stellenbosch, we went to one wine farm in Durbanville. We went to Fort Constantia, which is a major tourist attraction. We went up Table Mountain, we went to the Cape of Good Hope, we saw the penguins at Boulder Beach, and we went to the Spice Route in Parle, which I would highly recommend. So if you're curious about it, that would be a cool thing that you might want to check out. And otherwise, we also just saw lots of friends. We socialized. We went exploring. Harley got to have fun. What was also really cool was, so Harley's always slept in a camping cot. And that's when we've traveled before, they had camping cots for her. And so she could just, go to sleep in a camping cot, same old, same old. This time there was no camping cot, and so they actually had a fold-out couch, like sleeper sofa setup, and it was really quite interesting because instead of having to nurse her to sleep, she'd fall asleep, and then I'd have to lift her up and put her down, and she would wake up, inevitably, from that experience. I could get into the sleeper sofa with her because it was flat on the ground, like a mattress, and get under the blanket, get comfy, nurse her, and then when she fell asleep, I could just sneak out of bed, and she would stay in bed, obviously, because she was asleep. And I didn't have to really worry about moving her, lifting her, putting her down, waking her up, all of that. So that was really nice, and kind of gave me the idea that when we move, I really want to do that probably. Like I don't know, initially when we were looking to move, we thought, we'll just pack up the camping cot and bring that along, and it'll be her usual home, her usual bed. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, so I'm going to move this camping cot, and she'll use it for another 3 months, 6 months, and then it'll be a waste. So rather leave it here, and I'll get like a mattress on the floor for her, just like what we had in Cape Town. So instead of a fold-out couch, it'll be her permanent mattress. And I can get into bed with her, get her to go to sleep, and then sneak out and leave her in. And maybe one day she'll sleep through the night like a good little girl. Hey, honey. What did you do? You found stuff on the floor. Yeah, that's essentially what we got up to in our Cape Town trip. Like, the highlight for me was really seeing people. Like, as great as the wine farms were, and I must say Durbanville Hills' chocolate and wine pairing was divine and made me like a rosé. I never liked rosé. But it wasn't sweet. It was a dry rosé, which was quite good. So I liked it because then you tasted it and there was a honey-flavored chocolate that went with it. And that was really, it just changed my view of rosé. It changed everything. And there was also a really tasty Shiraz with like a spice, like cardamom chocolate. which I could happily have again. But yeah, that was what we did. We drank wine, we drank beer, we ate all the things, we saw a few attractions, and mostly we saw friends and traveled around with a small child in Cape Town, which was surprisingly easy. We rented a car and a car seat, which is something I recommend for anyone who's looking to travel. Make sure that you always have a car seat with your little one. But it was really easy with our rental car. It was like an extra 200 grand or something really cheap. And no muss, no fuss, strap it in, and she was sorted. So yeah, for me the biggest deal is just that now, see, like, do you want that? I can offer her things. Do you want this? No. No. Do you want this? She always wants the 3DS. This is so much easier now because she'll lean for stuff or reach for stuff, and I can kind of process of elimination. Do you want this? No. Do you want this? No. Do you want this? No. Eventually something is going to be a yes or a nod or a take it or whatever it is. And it's like it's a communication. It's amazing. Hey. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Good you. It was really cool in Cape Town as well because we got to not only see friends but like some of the mommy blogging community that I've gotten to know. And that was awesome because these are women that I chat to all day, every day on WhatsApp. So big shout outs to them. Thanks. And big shout outs to them that I actually finally got to meet in person, some of them. And yeah, that was just divine. Like, you know, you have like holidays when you're young and you go with your family and you're the kid. This time I was the mom. And it was really, really nice. It was just filled with deliciousness, and it was easy, and I think Harley has set a new bar for being easy, which she'll probably demolish at some point. But it's just amazing how different a week is. Like, just the ability to say no, the ability to eat normal food. And she's still on the boob, so I'm still breastfeeding. A year and 5 months later, still breastfeeding. But I'm happy, she's happy. What happened? Did it smush your finger in the joint? So still breastfeeding, which I have a bit of mixed feelings about. I love how it comforts her and gets her to sleep and all of those things. But I'm getting to the point now where... Yes? You want this? No. Do you want Spider-Man USB stick? No. Do you want Assassin's Creed USB stick? Look, it moves. Can I tempt you? Can I tempt you with a USB stick to keep you occupied? But just the fact that she can say no, that she can be interested in something, that we can go places and either put her in the carrier or she can walk a little bit, it's just getting so much easier. It only took a year and 5 months. And she, like I say, she is still on the boob, so it's not 100% weaned. She still wants the boob when she wants the boob, and she'll scream for it, and she screams for comfort boob, which drives me a little bit crazy sometimes. But it just makes life so much easier to be able to order a plate of chips, and she'll eat that, or she'll eat a bowl of rice from the sushi place, and that she drinks water now, that she knows what she wants. She wants some water. And I'm not stuck in this weird loop of like just popping her on a boob constantly in the hopes that it keeps her quiet. And she can communicate now, and the noise that she does make, like this, doesn't really bother me anymore. So that's a little bit about our Cape Town trip. I will hopefully have that post up for you all in the next day or so. And please be sure to comment. If you're watching this now, please like and share and comment and all of that. I really want your feedback. I'm going to try and do this whole video thing. And I feel a little bit like I have no idea what I'm doing. I want to share a bit of what our life is like. This is the chaos, the gaming behind me, the constant noise and movement and guessing game of what she might want. So if you like this, comment. If you don't like this, comment as well. And just tell me what you'd like to see and when you're free to see it as well. So if you're watching this at some odd time in the future, let me know what odd time that was, so that I can make a note, and then maybe one day I can go live when you're online already, and you can watch me live and in the flesh, and you can leave me comments and say, "Yay, I'm here," and that would be awesome. Anyway, I hope you liked my first live video. Please, if you aren't already, be sure to like Horn Geek on Facebook. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on Instagram. Like I say, that post all about our trip to Cape Town will be going live soon. But if you're wondering about what we got up to in Cape Town, where we went, what we saw, that blog post will be going live. Keep an eye out on the blog for tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching my first ever live Facebook video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope this was at least vaguely entertaining for you guys. And I should probably watch as my child steals all the painkillers out of the bottle. A little box. Do you want to put that away? Do you want to tidy? Can you tidy up? Good job! Thank you guys. Have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching this. And hopefully see you all soon in my next